G'day, it's Mark and welcome back to the channel. And I thought I'd just do an update on my 1991 Oldsmobile 98. Took it for a drive and just thought I'd share it with you guys. It's the 12th generation of an Oldsmobile 98. They came out in the 1940s originally. This generation was built from 91 through to 96, and it was the final generation of the Oldsmobile 98, which also coincided with the 50th anniversary of the 98 in 1991. And my vehicle's a 1991 model, and it was built on the GMC platform. And the car was extended in terms of length and also the fitment of rear, not really fender skirts, but sort of lower styling to cover the rear section of the rear wheels, which I quite like the styling of it. And I'd been looking for one of these for quite a while, and finally found a nice car in Florida. I like the rollover grille, front of the car. It's got the traditional Oldsmobile split grille. I like the rectangular upright taillights that wrap around. I think that also looks particularly good. It's got quite a bit of overhang at the rear, which I quite like. I like the roofline as well. These C-body cars also had an unusual A-pillar with a large vent window design built into the front doors. Now, that wasn't actually a vent window that vented or opened, but it was part of that design. If you look at a Buick Electra of a similar vintage, you can see the that also incorporated that design as well. The wheelbase of the car did remain unchanged from the previous generation, but overall length increased 9 inches, and mostly at the rear. So it's got a very large boot or trunk. This 12th generation was the last generation of the Oldsmobile 98, and it was available in 2 trim levels: the traditional luxury-oriented Regency models and the performance touring models. Although mine actually is an Elite, so are there 3 models? I guess that's a good question. I think there probably are 3 models. The engine choices were the normally aspirated, which is what I've got, 3.8 litre V6, but you could also get a supercharged version as well in the touring. Cars have really nice alloy wheels, particularly like the look of those. And yeah, just a really nice car to drive. And as I said, I took it out the other day, so I'll share some driving footage with you guys in a second. In 92, the supercharged engine was available. That had 205 horsepower. The normal version, which is what I've got, is 170 horsepower or 127 kilowatts. Doesn't sound like much, but it actually gets along pretty well. Goes quite nicely. And I think maybe mine is a 91 build, but an actual 92 year model car, because that was the year they also released the upper level Regency Elite models, which is what I've got. Mine's the Elite. I'm sure there'll be other people out there that know more about these cars than I do, but I just think they're a particularly good looking car. I'd be keen to see what you guys think of the vehicles. I do like these GM cars. I think they perform very well. The 3.8 engine, the Buick engine, is very, very smooth. It's extremely economical, very reliable. They have a very nice ride, good lateral handling capabilities, and just all-round pleasant cars to drive. So, yeah, I'm really happy with the car. The designer for the car was Chuck Jordan, and they were assembled in Lake Orion, Michigan plant between 91 and 96. They're only available as a 4-door sedan. As I mentioned, transverse front engine, front-wheel drive platform, C-body platform, shared with the Buick Park Avenue, the Cadillac DeVille, the Fleetwood, the 60 Special. 4-speed automatic, which was the 4T60E automatic, or the 4T60E heavy-duty automatic for the supercharged version. The wheelbase is 110.8 inches or 2,814 millimetres. Overall length is 205.7 inches or 5,225 millimetres. The width is 74.6 inches or 1,895 millimeters. And the height was 54.8 inches or 1,392 millimeters. The car was discontinued on 31st of May 1996, and it was replaced by the Oldsmobile Aurora. And if you check out my channel, I've actually got an Oldsmobile Aurora as well, a black one. Check that. There's a couple of videos on the channel for that. That's a really cool car. I love that. Check that out. Anyway, let's get into some of the driving impressions of the Oldsmobile 98. So the Oldsmobile 98, it rides really nicely. It's got good lateral handling. The ride's soft and comfortable. It's got a little bit of float, but not too much. 3.8 litre V6 front wheel drive. And yeah, I think I've always loved the look of these cars. I think they're a terrific looking car. I like the fact that the rear wheel's partially covered. Reminds me a bit of the old the VP Calais had sort of a half wheel cover at the back. You know, it's instead of a spat. So, as I said, 3.8 V6, and yeah, really nice to drive. 4 disc brakes, anti-lock brakes, and the later generation 3.8 litre V6. So, had my eye on one of these for quite a while, and just thought, yeah, I want to add one of these to the collection. So I did. White with blue interior. Probably not my first choice because I've got, you know, 96 Cadillac Fleetwood, white with blue interior. I've got an 83 Buick Electra, 225 Park Avenue, white with the blue interior. I've got a Buick Roadmaster, white with a blue interior. That's just how it worked out. And I guess you've got to just take advantage of getting the right car at the right price at the right time. So that's what I did. So there you go. I leave the battery disconnected, so that's why it's showing month, day, year. You've got to reset that every time you get in the car. That's a bit of a pain in the neck, actually. But you can see digital dashboard, and it's got like a hooded instrument cluster, which is kind of cool. There's a stack of buttons there. A couple of buttons I've got to replace because one in particular, the second one from the right, or I could either try and take it off and repair it, but that button's they're kind of very thinly made buttons. They're not solid plastic, they're kind of quite thin, so someone's pressed it too hard and they've broken it. But yeah, love it, love the car. I've also ordered another switch for the power windows. You can see there's a switch missing there. It's got electric mirrors, central locking, you know, aircon, all the stuff that you'd expect, you know, automatic climate control. This is the Elite model as well, so it's not the top of the line, but yeah, it's very nicely equipped, you know, leather interior, that sort of stuff. Don't know if you can see the interior. I can take some separate shots, but yeah, it's a leather interior, all the headlining and everything's nice. So yeah, I'm very happy with the car. See the embroidery in the seat there with Elite. We use Magna Elite. Mitsubishi used the Elite name a long time ago as well in the Magna series. So you can see there the 3.8 V6, similar to what we had in our Commodores, but transversely mounted, front wheel drive. Love these wheels, they're really cool. Super cool looking car if you ask me, and that's that rear wheel lip that I was talking about before. Like the 98 badges on the back there, Oldsmobile, one of my favourite divisions, and these vertical tail lights. Pretty cool with the reflectors. Nice door trims, as I said, leather interior, all in very nice condition. Very cool. Well, hope you enjoyed that little summary of the Oldsmobile 98, including some driving impressions. Please give the Oldsmobile a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And also leave a comment. Keen to see what you think about it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. There's plenty of content on there. A lot of Australian car content, but also a lot of US car content as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.